Cancer. My name is Marie at Indigo Earth. I'm here to do a general reading for you, our water signs Cancer. Thank you for coming into the channel. I appreciate you being here. I also want to welcome in your cross-watchers. Cross-watchers, you are here to see what's going on with your person. Therefore, some of this message could be for you as well. Please remember that energies do go both ways, so feel free to interpret the direction of the messages as it relates to your personal situation. And the messages that are coming through, Cancer, should reflect some aspect of your current situation. It doesn't have to reflect the whole thing, or it could just confirm an inner knowing. So take what fits. If it doesn't fit, you don't have to try to make it fit. It just might mean that the reading is meant for somebody else this week. And for those of you that want to join me, I will have an extended at the end of this reading. I'm going to dive deeper into the messages coming through by exploring the zodiac signs that show up in your reading. Those zodiac signs are about personal connections as well as intimate relationships. So just keep that with you as we move forward here, and let's get started for you. This is for Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising. Messages for those watching, please. Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising. All right, Cancers. So, overall energetic theme for the reading, you have the Ace of Pentacles, tangible new beginning, wanting to try something new. Could be a new concept, could be a new strategy, could be a new idea, could be a new way of doing something. So, let's see what's going on with you. Let's find out the situation here. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Swords. And we have the Two of Cups. Some of you may be feeling like you're either over emotional or overly, giving over emotionally in a certain situation here, or a certain connection or a certain relationship. Maybe you have a lot of feelings towards somebody, and it's really I'm not going to say, no, I'm not putting you in jeopardy, but putting you kind of in a place where you feel it's what you're constantly thinking about. You're constantly wondering, like, if something affects you deeply, if this other person does something that maybe doesn't sit right with you, or does sit right with you, or your emotions seem to be really tied up into somebody else's behavior. So let's see why this is happening. What's going on here? We have the Six of Wands. We have the Five of Cups. And we have the Sun. Well, a few of you could feel like you have some, regret here about something. Maybe your emotions got in the way and something happened here. But I think that, this is recognition and respect. And, somebody here is feeling like they're grieving. They're feeling sad. They're feeling down. Some of you could be missing somebody from your past as well, somebody you're very emotionally connected to or tied up to. You feel like you can't move on. You want to move on, but the grief seems to be a little bit too overwhelming here. You're pulling out of this because we've got the Sun here. You are going to pull out of this if that's the case in this situation. So let's see how you're going to work with these energies here. How are you going to navigate through this? We have the Queen of Swords. We have the Knight of Swords. And we have the Eight of Pentacles. It's a possibility that maybe you need to speak your truth here. You need to work hard on being able to speak your truth. Maybe you're not really speaking your truth in this connection, and you're not really getting the recognition that you feel like you deserve. you're not being seen the way that you want to be seen, or maybe you're not being acknowledged the way that you want to be acknowledged here. Some of you may need to pull back from the emotional intelligence of this and be more, like, see this for what it is. Stand up for yourself a little bit, be able to speak your truth. This could be, for others of you, this could be about a work, in a work position as well, because Two of Cups can be about alliances. It doesn't have to be about connections. It's wherever you put your energy and your emotions. And, you know, a lot of us put our energy and our emotion into work. Doctors, nurses, social workers, caregivers, that kind of thing. So let's dive deeper into this, because you want to do something new here. You either want to try something new, maybe you want to take a new approach, maybe you want to do something a little bit differently. So let's find out what this Queen of Cups is. What is the emotional aspects here? Some of you could be dealing with a Leo as well. So we have the Six of Pentacles, we have the Four of Wands, and we have the Page of Cups. I think some of you are giving a lot emotionally in a connection or a relationship or in a commitment, and I think you feel like you're getting peanuts back. I feel like it looks like you're not being recognized the way that you feel that you should be recognized, and it hurts you. You know, maybe this has happened in your past as well. Maybe this is something that has happened in past relationships or past situations as well. Let's see what this Eight of Swords is. I think it makes you feel like insignificant. Like you're not getting what you really, really want here. We have the Star, we have the Ten of Pentacles, and we have the High Priestess. I think deep down inside you're hoping for something that is complete, something that gives you contentment, something that really, you know, Ten of Pentacles, something that's lasting, something that's going to be around for a while, something that you can depend on, something that you can build from. And, you know, there's some deep-seated emotions in here. We have the High Priestess. There's some deep-seated emotions in here going on with you that I think you feel like you're being held back. Some of this could be in the subconscious as well, that's starting to arise because this situation is coming up, that you're starting to feel these things, so it's coming into your awareness. Maybe it's something you really hadn't noticed before. And that's why the Five of Cups here, something from the past is starting to rise up to be seen, to be recognized here. So you can get clarity on this, on what this is coming through. But I think that, you know, there's some kind of commitment here where you're feeling undervalued. You're not getting your due justice. So let's find out what this Five of Cups is. Clarify the Five of Cups here. What is this from the past that's coming through here? Something here is trying to rise up to be seen so that you can make the changes necessary, Ace of Pentacles, the changes necessary so that these feelings aren't pervading over you. We have the Knight of Cups, we have the Five of Swords, and we have the King of Swords. Well, this is a judgment call here, King of Swords. This is also someone who's very kind of direct. Somebody may have been direct without tact. You know, maybe you were trying to bring something together or make amends on something, or maybe you were speaking something out of love. Maybe you were speaking something out of honor here. You know, maybe you thought that there was an action that was going to be taken here that ended up to be more about, like it built, whatever discord there was got larger. It got larger. Maybe you're feeling a little bit bad about the way things had happened or the way whatever was being said. Maybe there was a conversation here that meant to be out of love and out of kindness and out of giving. Maybe there were a few things that you feel bad about that maybe you said. But however somebody reacted to this, maybe somebody reacted rather, you know, harshly to you bringing up that you felt bad about something, and then it just kind of grew, and, you know, maybe it just kind of went to a higher level of discord in here. So let's find out what the Sun is, because there was some clarity that came through. Were your feelings being acknowledged, or were your feelings shut down? If you clarified your feelings, were they recognized, or were they, you know, put to the side? Were they, you know, kind of like, you shouldn't feel that way, that's not how you should be feeling, I didn't do anything wrong. Somebody started giving you, you know, a judgment instead of compassion. So let's see what the Sun is. Let's get some clarity on that for you. Because something was seen very clearly here. And I think one of the things that's hard to understand is that if people can't connect with their own feelings, they're definitely not going to be able to connect with yours. We got the Five of Pentacles. We have the Two of Cups. And we have the Sun again. Could be dealing with the Leo here. I think that this connection, you're in a connection, but you still feel alone in this connection. I think you feel like you're being kind of pacified over, like your feelings are not being considered here. Maybe you've been in this situation and hoping for a long time here that things would change, but you maybe have been feeling like this for quite some time. I think you're starting to see clearly, and that's probably one of the reasons this is coming up. You're starting to see clearly that maybe someone can't connect with you on that deep of a level. So it might be time to see it for what it is, Queen of Swords. So let's get some clarity on the Queen of Swords. Clarify the Queen of Swords for our Cancers, please. Well, we have the Lovers again. A lot of connection here. Two of Cups, and the Lovers. That's Gemini energy coming in. We got the Knight of Swords, and we have Justice. Well, you got the Knight of Swords twice here. So, you know, I think what this is saying is speak your truth anyway. that you might have to emotionally disconnect a little bit here. You might have to get a little bit more direct. Queen of Swords, like, doesn't take any shit. Calls people out on, what they see. And, this is communicating effectively in this relationship or in this connection. And speaking your truth. Speaking your truth. Saying what you need to say and speaking your truth, regardless of how somebody else reacts to it. Because you got the Knight of Swords here again. It might be met with some hostility. Do you feel like you're being shut down? Do you feel like you can't speak how you really feel? Is it like... Are you speaking too softly? Are you speaking to somebody who you feel is like it's going to start an argument and you're going to get judged? Because what it's saying down here is this is coming up in order for you to start speaking your truth, to stand up to this and start speaking your truth. You can speak your truth with love, Queen of Cups. So we have the Queen of Cups, the Tower, and the Three of Cups. I think it might be shocking. Maybe you're going to shock yourself, but you can speak your truth out of love and still be direct here. There might be outside influences here, friends, neighbors, family, whatever, that are, maybe trying to influence you or influence you to maybe let it go or just let it, let it kind of die down a little bit here. I think it's going to be shocking is what it is. I think with you coming up and speaking your truth and saying what you have to say and saying it lovingly, it might, disconnect a few people from you. They might not be ready for that. Maybe there's a certain way that you've always kind of dealt with conflict or dealt with, situations where you've always kind of taken the blunt here. But it seems to me it might, there might be... It also might be, where these outside influences that may be affecting this connection, by speaking your truth very lovingly, but also very directly, this might cut out some of the fanfare going on that might be influencing this connection as well. So let's get one more on this Eight of Pentacles here. Clarify the Eight of Pentacles. I don't think this is going to come easy for you. I think it's something that you're going to have to work at to stay consistent with it. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the Queen of Swords again. And we have the Devil. So we've got the Knight of Wands and the Devil here. So there are certain triggers here, I think, that you're really going to have to kind of hit head on and work really hard on. It could be emotional triggers. It could be triggers that are, outside influences. It could be the way somebody responds to you. It could be the way that somebody reacts to you. It could be the way that, maybe you feel like somebody's being cold to you or too direct, or there's certain triggers here that get you emotionally tied in. And this is something you're going to have to work very hard at, because this is coming up for you to really start clarifying your own truth and being able to speak it and how you see things in your relationships, your intimate relationships, and your friendships as well. Because you got the Knight of Swords here twice. That's really speaking your truth, clarifying your truth. I think you're starting to see things very clearly. The reason these triggers are coming up is to get you to be able to speak what's really on your mind and to be able to, your opinions and your ideas and your life and your dreams and your hopes count. Whether you're in a relationship or in your connections or, wherever this is showing up in your life. It's time to take a new direction and do some things differently. That's why the Ace of Pentacles is here. Could be just speaking your truth. Because you've got the Queen of Cups here and the Tower. So it's like, this has to be reestablished. It needs to be, Tower, get rid of the emotions. Not that you're not supposed to be non-emotional, but not attachment. Non-attachment. That's why the Devil's here. Non-attachment. Trying to keep the peace. So instead of trying to keep the peace, you're going to have to let it rumble for a while. Let it rumble. So let's see who's showing up here for you, Cancer. I have Aquarius. I have Cancer, Pisces. I have Leo pretty strongly here. I have Scorpio. I have Capricorn. I have Libra. I have Gemini. Yep, so I'm going to look at those in the extended. Let's pull an oracle for you. Work on yourself first and look deeper into the situation. Well, that's your second tier here, looking deeper into the situation. And working on yourself is understanding what these emotional triggers are and being able to speak your truth with this. I love that. I'm going to leave that right there. So that's what I have for you this week, Cancer. I hope this helped. And until next time, Grand Rising, my friends.